Have you ever stopped to think that there might be more to Bluey than what you see on the surface? In today's video, we're diving into the hidden details and clever touches that make every episode even more special and fun than you might remember. Get ready to see Bluey in a whole new light. As we all know, the long dog is a famous Bluey Easter egg that pops up in every episode. But in one particular scene, it makes not one, not two, but 3 appearances. When the healers say goodbye to Bandit at the airport in Curry Quest, if you pause at just the right moment and look closely, you'll spot a little boy with a green backpack. And guess what's on it? Yep, a long dog. But that's not all. If you look the other way at the dog sitting next to Bandit, you'll notice the smartphone symbol on their phone is, you guessed it, another long dog. And wait, there's more. On a packaged item next to that same dog, we can see yet another drawing of the long dog, this time diagonally. That's 3 long dog Easter eggs in a single scene. In the Minnesota alongside, there's a really cool detail that ties into earlier episodes. As Honey and Bluey explore the front and back gardens, we see Bluey peeking over at the fish swimming in the pond. This is the same fish pond that Chili mentions in Stumpfest, and the one that Chippy and Sparky start building in Tradies. It's such a neat touch to see Bluey maintaining continuity with these small but meaningful details, making the world feel cohesive and alive. Speaking of details, even the background characters in Bluey are full of surprises, and today we're diving into some fun facts about the Ice Cream Lady. She's one of those recurring characters who adds a lot of charm to the series. From her humble beginnings with a small ice cream cart in Ice Cream to upgrading to a full-on ice cream truck in Tradies, her entrepreneurial journey is a subtle but delightful storyline. It's these little touches that make Bluey so special and rewarding for fans who love to spot the connections. Firstly, let's dive into a fascinating detail about pets in the world of Bluey. So far, we've spotted a few pet animals throughout the series. For example, during Bandit and Bluey's visit to the vet, we see someone holding a pet iguana. There's also the koi fish in the healer's backyard pond and Honey's adorable guinea pig. But what other pets might exist in Bluey's universe? Of course, we wouldn't expect to see pet dogs. Imagine dogs owning dogs as pets. That would definitely be a hilarious scene. However, there's strong evidence to suggest that cats might exist as pets in Bluey's world. In one of our previous videos, we pointed out a poster in Bandit's office that appears to show a cave dog hunting a cat. Additionally, we've seen references to cats through items like the Cat Squad plush and other cat-themed toys in the series. The biggest clue, though, comes from the episode Shops. In this episode, the kids play a game of pretend where they act like pet kittens. The fact that they're familiar with the concept of pet kittens suggests that they've likely seen someone with a pet cat or kitten in their world. Yet, despite all these hints, we haven't actually seen a real cat in the series so far. Could this be a deliberate choice, or will we finally meet a feline friend in future episodes? Only time will tell. If you've been paying close attention, you might have noticed that Bluey and Bingo always buy their ice cream from the same lady. Over the course of the series, we've seen her business grow and evolve. The first time we meet her is in the episode Ice Cream, where she sells ice cream from a small cart. Later in the Quiet Game, she's seen selling ice cream at the market. Finally, in Tradies, she's upgraded to her very own ice cream truck. It's a small but really cool detail that shows her entrepreneurial journey. Another neat detail ties together 2 episodes, Dad Baby and Baby Race. In Dad Baby, Bandit digs out the old baby carrier he used to carry Bluey and Bingo when they were little. This is the same baby carrier we see in Baby Race, during the scene where baby Bluey rolls over for the first time. If you look closely at the background of that scene, you'll notice Bandit struggling to put on the carrier. Fast forward to Dad Baby and he's a pro at it, effortlessly strapping it on. It seems all those years of carrying Bluey and Bingo around made him an expert. These little connections make the world of Bluey feel even more rich and layered. In Bluey, every background character has a purpose. They're not just there to fill space. Each one plays a role, whether directly or indirectly, in the episodes. And this attention to detail is part of what makes the show so enjoyable to watch. A great example of this is the 2 ponies, Buttermilk and Biscuits, who first appear in the episode Market. But this isn't the only time we see them. In Pass the Parcel, Buttermilk makes another appearance, though Biscuits is notably absent this time. Then in Curry Quest, both Buttermilk and Biscuits show up again. It seems like these 2 ponies are regulars at events and gatherings in the Bluey universe, adding a touch of continuity and charm to the world. These recurring characters make the show feel alive and interconnected, rewarding attentive viewers with little surprises along the way. If you're a regular Bluey viewer, you're probably familiar with the Busker, a minor character who occasionally pops up as a street performer. He's often seen playing various instruments, but here's something you might not have guessed in a million years. He's also qualified to officiate weddings. That's right, just like a priest. Whether he's a priest turned busker or a busker turned priest isn't clear, but he's apparently skilled at both. This surprising talent is revealed in The Sign, where the busker officiates Frisky and Radley's wedding. While it's not explained why he's qualified for such a role, it hints at a fascinating backstory that adds depth to his character. Speaking of details, Bluey is arguably one of the most realistic cartoon shows out there, thanks to its incredible attention to the little things. A perfect example of this can be found in the episode Bin Night. While many fans notice Bluey's progression from a white belt to a yellow belt, there's another subtle detail that often goes unnoticed. At the beginning of the episode, Chili and Bingo are sitting on the front stoop, and behind Bingo, there's a small flower pot with a sprout. By the end of the episode, when the scene returns to the stoop, the sprout has grown into a small plant. It's these tiny, thoughtful touches that make Bluey feel so real and immersive, rewarding viewers who pay close attention. Going back to the minisode alongside, it's packed with small details that reference earlier episodes of Bluey. For example, in one shot, we see various items scattered around Bluey's room, each tied to a previous episode. There's the purple sticky gecko on the wall, which first appeared in Bedroom, and a golden crown from Queens. These little nods make the world of Bluey feel interconnected and alive. One of the best examples of how events in one episode impact another is the connection between Onesies and Tradies. In Onesies, when Brandy visits the healer house, Bingo pretends to be a cheetah and accidentally knocks the mailbox crook during her rampage. Then, in Tradies, when Sparky and Chippy come to build the pond, Sparky fixes the crooked mailbox. It's these subtle continuities that make Bluey so rewarding for attentive viewers. Another clever callback happens in The Sign. When Bandit is trying to sell the healer house, he seems visibly annoyed by the real estate agent. This is because the agent is none other than Bucky Dunstan, Bandit's old classmate first mentioned in Dragon. As a kid, Bucky made fun of Bandit's drawings, which led Bandit to give up on art altogether. Even as an adult, Bandit hasn't forgotten this childhood bully, quipping about Bucky being a real estate agent in Brisbane. The Sign brings this backstory full circle by introducing Bucky as the smooth-talking agent trying to sell the healer home. It's a small but satisfying detail that shows how Bluey weaves its references into the narrative, making the show feel rich and layered. In the episode The Pool, it's a scorching hot day in Bluey City, and during the opening scene, we see Bluey, Bingo, and Chili on the balcony. If you look closely at Chili, you'll notice she's fanning herself with a piece of paper. That paper isn't just any random sheet, it's actually the menu from the Takeout episode. In Takeout, the menu has a distinct design, an orangish border with a crown-like shape at the top and a green square at the bottom. When we go back to the pool, we can see that the paper Chili is using as a fan has the exact same pattern, confirming it's the same menu. It's these tiny, thoughtful details that make Bluey so special, rewarding fans who love to spot the connections between episodes. These are just a few of the small, delightful details that make Bluey such a joy to watch. As always, we'll see you all in the next video.